What if I told you that mixing to common cleaning products sitting under your kitchen sink right now could create a deadly gas that was literally used as a weapon in World War I? I'm not talking about some obscure laboratory chemicals. I'm talking about stuff you've probably used this week. Bleach, ammonia, vinegar, drain cleaner. Alone, they're just regular household products, but combine them, you could be creating a toxic time bomb in your own home. Before we get started, check out the link in the description to download our ebook. Today, we're diving into the most dangerous chemical combinations, hiding in plain sight. But before we go any further, I need to say this loud and clear. Do not try any of these combinations. This video is purely educational. These reactions can cause serious injury or worse. Alright, let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button because we explore the fascinating and sometimes terrifying science behind everyday life. Today's topic hits close to home, literally. We're talking about household chemicals. You know, the stuff marketed as safe, effective, and essential for keeping your home clean. And they are safe when used correctly. The problem, most people don't realize that mixing certain products can trigger chemical reactions that release toxic gases, create explosive compounds, or cause severe burns. The scary part is how easy it is to make these mistakes. Maybe you're cleaning your bathroom and you spray one cleaner, then immediately use another. Maybe you're trying to boost your cleaning power by combining products. Whatever the reason, these combinations happen more often than you'd think. According to poison control centers, thousands of people every year are exposed to dangerous chemical mixtures in their homes. So let's break down the science, understand the risks, and make sure you never accidentally create a hazardous situation in your own house. Let's start with probably the most infamous combination on this list: bleach and ammonia. You'll find bleach in most laundry rooms and bathrooms. Ammonia is in window cleaners, floor polishes, and even some fertilizers. Separately, they're powerful cleaners. Together, they create something called chloramine gas. Here's what happens at the molecular level. When sodium hypochlorite, which is the active ingredient in bleach, meets ammonia, they react to form chloramine vapors. Breathe this in, and it immediately starts attacking your respiratory system. Your throat burns, your eyes water uncontrollably, your lungs feel like they're on fire. In severe cases, it can cause fluid buildup in your lungs, a condition called pulmonary edema, which can be fatal. And here's the kicker. If you keep adding more bleach to the mixture, the reaction can produce an even worse gas called hydrazine, which is not only toxic, but also potentially explosive. Fun fact, chloramine gas has been accidentally created so many times in home cleaning accidents that it's one of the leading causes of household chemical injuries. The smell is your first warning. It's described as pungent and chemical-like. If you ever smell something harsh while cleaning, stop immediately, ventilate the area, and get to fresh air. Okay, so maybe you've heard about the bleach and ammonia thing, but what about bleach and vinegar? Vinegar seems so harmless, right? It's literally used in cooking. Well, here's where things get dangerous. Vinegar is acetic acid. Bleach is sodium hypochlorite. Mix them together, and you get a chemical reaction that produces chlorine gas. Yes, the same chlorine gas used as a chemical weapon in World War I. We're talking about a gas that can cause immediate breathing problems, chest pain, vomiting, and in high concentrations, death. Even small amounts can irritate your eyes, skin, and respiratory tract. The reaction happens fast, too. You don't need to wait around. As soon as that vinegar hits the bleach, chlorine gas starts releasing. And because chlorine gas is heavier than air, it sinks and concentrates in low areas, which makes it even more dangerous if you're bent over cleaning a bathtub or toilet. Some people think they're being clever by mixing acidic cleaners with bleach to make them stronger. Don't. The acid in products like toilet bowl cleaners, lime removers, and yes, vinegar will always react with bleach to create toxic gases. Keep them separate, always. Now let's talk about a combination that sounds almost healthy: hydrogen peroxide and vinegar. Both are often promoted as natural, eco-friendly cleaning solutions. You might even use them for disinfecting. But mix them in the same container, and you create something called peracetic acid, also known as peroxyacetic acid. Peracetic acid is a serious irritant. It can corrode your skin, burn your eyes, and damage your respiratory system if you inhale the vapors. It's actually so corrosive that it's used in industrial settings to sterilize medical equipment and food processing facilities, but only under very controlled conditions. Now, here's an interesting detail. Some cleaning guides suggest using hydrogen peroxide and vinegar together for disinfecting, but the key is to never mix them in the same container. You're supposed to apply one, then the other separately, so they react on the surface you're cleaning in minimal amounts. But if you pour them together first, you're creating a concentrated irritant that can cause chemical burns. The takeaway: even natural cleaners can be hazardous when combined incorrectly. Here's one that might surprise you. Rubbing alcohol and bleach. Rubbing alcohol, or isopropyl alcohol, is a staple for disinfecting cuts, cleaning electronics, and sanitizing surfaces. Bleach, as we know, is everywhere. But when you mix isopropyl alcohol with bleach, the chemical reaction produces chloroform. Yes, that chloroform. The stuff from old movies where someone puts a rag over someone's face and they pass out. Except in real life, chloroform is a dangerous chemical. Short-term exposure can cause dizziness, fatigue, and nausea. Longer exposure, it can damage your liver and kidneys, affect your nervous system, and it's even classified as a probable carcinogen. The reaction also produces hydrochloric acid and other chlorinated compounds, which can irritate your skin and lungs. So if you're wiping down surfaces and you decide to use both rubbing alcohol and bleach, thinking you're double disinfecting, you're actually creating a toxic cocktail. Stick to one or the other, never both. Let's move to the kitchen or bathroom sink. You've got a stubborn clog, so you reach for a chemical drain cleaner. Most drain cleaners contain either sodium hydroxide, which is lye, or sulfuric acid. Both are extremely caustic. But what happens if the first drain cleaner doesn't work and you try a different one? Or what if you add vinegar or another acidic cleaner to try to boost the effect? You could trigger a violent chemical reaction. When a strong base like lye reacts with an acid, it generates a massive amount of heat. We're talking temperatures hot enough to melt plastic pipes, cause the liquid to boil and splatter, and release toxic fumes. If the drain is clogged, that pressure has nowhere to go. The liquid can erupt out of the drain, potentially splashing onto your skin or eyes, causing severe chemical burns. There have been documented cases of people suffering serious injuries, including blindness, from mixing drain cleaners. If one product doesn't work, do not add another chemical. Call a plumber. It's not worth the risk. Alright, last one. This might seem less dangerous, but it's still worth mentioning. Baking soda and vinegar in a sealed container. Now, baking soda and vinegar are famous for their fizzy reaction. It's a staple of elementary school science fairs. The reaction itself isn't toxic. It produces carbon dioxide, gas, and water. But here's the issue. If you mix them in a closed or sealed container, that carbon dioxide builds up pressure. And if the pressure gets high enough, the container can explode. There have been cases of people putting baking soda and vinegar in plastic bottles to make homemade, cleaning bombs for drains, or to create science experiments, and having those bottles burst, causing cuts from flying plastic or damage to property. So, while this one won't poison you, it can still cause physical harm. Always mix these in open containers if you're using them for cleaning, and never seal them tightly. Before we wrap up, I want to hear from you. Have you ever accidentally mixed any of these chemicals? Did you notice something was wrong? Drop a comment below. And if you found this video helpful, smash that like button and subscribe for more science content that could literally save your life. Alright, let's recap. We've covered 6 dangerous combinations you should never, ever create. Bleach and ammonia make toxic chloramine gas. Bleach and vinegar produce chlorine gas, a literal chemical weapon. Hydrogen peroxide and vinegar create corrosive peracetic acid. Rubbing alcohol and bleach give you chloroform and hydrochloric acid. Mixing different drain cleaners can cause violent, scalding reactions, and baking soda and vinegar in a sealed container can build up enough pressure to explode. The scariest part about all of this, these aren't exotic lab chemicals locked away in some research facility. They're sitting in your home right now, under your sink, in your laundry room, in your bathroom cabinet. Products that seem completely harmless on their own can become deadly weapons when combined. So what's the lesson here? Read labels, follow instructions. Never mix cleaning products unless the label explicitly says it's safe. And when in doubt, just use one product at a time. Your health and safety are worth way more than getting your bathroom a little bit cleaner. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Share this with your friends and family because everyone needs to know these dangers. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video.